They thought it was over. In the half-light before dawn, soaked uniforms clung heavy with river water, weapons jammed with silt, lungs burning from the cold. Someone whispered the words no soldier ever wants to say out loud: "We're done." Not shouted, not cried, whispered. Because hope, when it's fragile, speaks softly. That was the moment everything changed. This story is not about how close they came to defeat. It's about how survival sometimes arrives in the most unexpected form. It's about a figure rising from the river when no one believed anyone could still be standing. The team had done everything right. Planned carefully, moved quietly, trusted intelligence that said the area was clear. But ambushes don't care about preparation. They wait patiently for confidence. The riverbank erupted with sound and chaos, and suddenly every step forward was a risk, every breath measured. The seals fought to hold ground that no longer existed, slipping between reeds and shadows, knowing that escape routes were gone and backup was hours away. In those moments, training keeps your hands steady, but it doesn't quiet the voice in your head that asks how this ends. Water rose, ammunition dropped, radios crackled and went silent. And when the whisper passed through the team, "We're done," it wasn't surrender. It was acceptance. The kind that comes when you've given everything and there's nothing left to give. Then the river moved. At first, no one noticed. The mind, under pressure, narrows its focus. But one of them saw a ripple that didn't belong to the current. A shadow where there shouldn't be one. And then, slowly, impossibly, a figure rose from the water like the river itself had decided to fight back. She had been there the whole time. While the ambush unfolded, while chaos swallowed the shoreline, she stayed submerged, breathing through discipline and pain, letting the cold numb everything but purpose. She had no dramatic entrance. No shout, no signal flare, just calm movement, precise and deliberate, as she lifted her rifle, water streaming off it like a second skin. She wasn't supposed to be there, according to the enemy's calculations. She wasn't part of the picture they imagined when they set the trap. And that was their mistake. The first shot didn't announce itself. It corrected the battlefield. The second shifted the balance. Confusion rippled through the ambushers as their confidence fractured. What they thought was a cornered team suddenly became something else entirely. Pressure reversed. Fear changed sides. The SEALs didn't need orders. They felt it. Momentum is something soldiers recognize instantly. It's the difference between reacting and acting. As the sniper moved along the riverbank, unseen, unheard, the team regrouped, repositioned, and pushed forward, not recklessly but decisively. She wasn't fighting to be seen. She wasn't fighting to prove anything. She was fighting because the mission wasn't finished, and neither were they. In stories, heroes arrive with speeches. In reality, they arrive with timing. Every movement she made was controlled, every decision rooted in patience. She understood something critical, that strength isn't always loud. Sometimes it's quiet, steady, and relentless. The river had hidden her, protected her, tested her. And when the moment came, it released her exactly where she was needed. When the ambush finally collapsed, when the echoes faded and the river returned to its silence, no one celebrated. They didn't have to. Survival has its own gravity. The team moved out together, slower now, heavier, but alive. The whisper of defeat was gone, replaced by something stronger than confidence, belief. Later, someone asked how she stayed underwater that long. How she endured the cold, the waiting, the uncertainty. She didn't give a long answer. She just said she trusted her training and her team. And that sometimes, holding on means knowing when not to move. That's why this story matters beyond the battlefield. Because, "We're done," is a sentence we all whisper at some point in our lives. When pressure stacks up, when plans fall apart, when we feel surrounded by circumstances we didn't choose. And just like that team by the river, we're often wrong about when the story ends. Strength doesn't always look the way we expect. It doesn't always announce itself. Sometimes it's already there, beneath the surface, enduring the cold, waiting for the moment when rising changes everything. The female sniper didn't just turn the ambush. She rewrote the ending. Not by being louder, stronger, or more aggressive, but by being prepared, patient, and unshakably present when it mattered most. So the next time the whisper comes, when doubt tells you you're finished, remember the river. Remember that what looks like silence might be endurance. What looks like stillness might be resolve. And what looks like the end could be the moment something rises and turns everything around. 15-second hook. They whispered, "We're done," knee-deep in a river they couldn't escape. No backup, no signal, just silence, until the water moved. Because sometimes the difference between defeat and survival isn't reinforcements. It's the one person no one saw coming.